Trading.
Trading's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous stuff.
Let's do it.
Don't do it. Hello and welcome, traders. A small green day again. I really gotta get my shit together. Last year, same time, I made about 800 to 1500 ticks every day, and most of the time this year it has been rather like 100 to 300. Parts of that is the market changing in behavior, becoming way more event driven, and the whole nature of NQ changed slightly, but that only accounts for a little bit. Every time you blame the market, you actually have to look at yourself because you're the one not adjusting to it. So trying different things, different methods, looking at how I'm sizing in and where I'm getting with my position, and I barely ever get to my full position. So of course the danger is always if you position yourself bigger sooner, then you use the emergency size you have, and you don't want to add more than you originally planned to your trade, because that would be adding to a loser. So, since my win rate is about 98% at the moment, or higher, like one red trade a month or every 2 months rather, I think I can change some things that allow me some more losses, if that means I have more gains, of course. Of course the relation has to be right. So looking into that and also learning some new techniques. It's not about holding longer in most cases, because I'm scalping, and the way I learned scalping, the scalping mentality is you basically, if it moves into profit and it hits absorption, I go out. If it moves into slight absorption for a moment and then continues, hits an inflection point, I'm out. I'm not holding, that's just the nature of scalping. So let's look at some trades. Quick overview to start with. This is yesterday, and here we opened today. Generally we traded down, we traced, and then went down and came back up. So that's that for the day for NQ. Alright, so we opened, traded down for a moment, wasn't feeling anything there. Went up, didn't even hit VWAP, so didn't feel anything there. I had 2 inflection points here, so I decided to take one here, and in case we hit the other one, I'm adding there. So there was this one, just 2 1 lots, and then I guess my average was then here accordingly. Then I added down here at 90 and started scaling out around here, but then the energy and the total traded volume around this area did absolutely not look like it wanted to retrace anything yet. So I went out of my whole position, as long as it was profitable still, and that was the right decision. Went further down here, as you see. Then here we broke the low here. There was a good spot here for me to start. Added here, added more here. Was in, I think, a total of 8 or 10 contracts there, and we went back up. I did go out pretty quickly here, and the reason was most likely just the DOM, the slowdown. As you see, it hesitated for a minute before it decided to come back up, and at an extreme like this I was expecting something a little bit quicker, so rather take the profit. Next one here, I perfectly hit the top of this rotation. I don't know why I chickened out that early. Must have been something that I saw on the DOM. Yeah, so that was just a couple ticks. Then half an hour before the close, I nipped that low here, right here to fade, and I wanted to get out right there. I don't know if it was lagging data or it was swoopy in that moment, but I only got out here. Reason was a little bit of absorption, and it bounced back, and you see it basically came back right to my entry. It's hard to not fall victim into hindsight here, but at the time with scalping mentality, those trades were valid. So that's holding is not really something I regret here not to have done, but a couple other scenarios are, and I will continue to work on them. Please hit subscribe, click that little bell icon so you get notified when the next video comes online. Thank you for watching, trade safe, and always manage your risk.